All right, traders, welcome back to the channel. We're just gonna do a weekly recap. This will probably be the most fun that I have every single week, just going over exactly all the nonsense covered this week on AMC. And of course, I'm gonna break down what I expect to happen going into next week with the stock as well. But yeah, essentially the main things we need to know that have happened this week. One, Matt Kors may just be the most dangerous man on YouTube, or so the algorithm thinks. Bam's model, once again, completely false. Wrong, fake news, who would have thought? And then of course, number 3, my favorite. If you have options and you didn't sell them, you probably lost money. Why? Because holding options till the moon just doesn't usually work. But let's not waste any more time. Like, subscribe, do what you gotta do. Let's get to it.
I got no drip in my pocket. Must have forgot it, or maybe.
Okay, so as usual, we're going to jump right in to the chart. So a few things I do want to point out here, right? You're obviously getting that breakdown. You hit that $46, $44 range. You got rejected pretty hard there. But what's going on now? Where's my head at here? This is what I really want to talk about, is kind of how the trend looks like it changed at the end of the week. Now, if you watched Thursday's video going into Friday, what I suspected was about a 36.5 push. We got a little bit deeper below that, but it was more downward consolidation, right? And we pushed down, we came back, mounted VWAP, and as of the end of Friday, you look really good. You're back above VWAP, back above 36.5. You're holding those areas. Yeah, you got rejected from the daily, but we didn't really expect a push going into Friday. That was just my point of view there. Now, going from this range, what I want to see, you're pushing back above VWAP, which is something you always love to see, right? You push below. The trend changes when you're below VWAP. You just, as you can see, you can go look at every other trend on AMC. This is what happens. You just can't really maintain it. And then once you start mounting, good things happen. Typically what happens, just go look at the chart previously. I think this looks fairly good. I want that to be very clear. Don't think you're in a bear flag or anything like that anymore. I think you look like you're bottoming out from this range, and you're also making higher lows. I do like that right now compared to here. So as long as you can hold above 36.5, 37 range going into Monday morning, I think you're going to start seeing another push. Now the question is do you get like a double top at this 44 range? Although I want to be very clear, if you start pushing back up and you mount $42, that's going to be the really big area to mount, right? It's seeing a trend, a mount. If you mount here like this and bouncing here on this range here, in my opinion, you're going to get a $52, $53 test, $51.5 to $53. Put like a $1.5 marker in there. So that's where I think you get a test as long as you get the mount right here. That's going to be the really big area you're going to want to see, become a upcoming support instead of a resistance, which it is right now. So I think honestly things are looking very good and very up for AMC. You had a huge breakout on the OBV from that last push as well, so you saw a really big nice increase in the short-term IV as well. Now the question is where do you find that support here, and do you start breaking out of this? You look like you were trying to break out of it at the end of the day, getting a little bit of push back down. You just want to see a push out of this local top. And it's funny that we always bring up OBV and the actual volume that you can see and stuff on AMC. And this just shows people are still holding the stock. You know what I mean? Your OBV is still as high as you were when you were at $60, $70. So if not a little higher than that $70 range back here. So keep that in the back of your mind. Long term still looks incredible when you have the stock. Hold the stock. That's my mentality there. With options, I joked around about holding options most likely revolves around you losing money. That's a pretty true statement, and I don't mean to be an a-hole, but that's the way it typically works with these shorter term options. You got to make your money and not be greedy. So we also have earnings coming up too very soon, about 2 weeks. That could be absolutely huge as well. So what I kind of expect going into earnings, let's just give you my thoughts right now doing that. This is a longer term, broader time point as well. I don't think you get a crazy breakout before earnings. Just my personal opinion. Now, am I saying earnings causes AMC to erupt and go crazy? That's not what I'm saying at all. But what I am saying is I think you'll just probably see some sideways movement like this. And then maybe if earnings comes out and gives you something really good that you need to know, it could cause you to really start shooting back up. But I don't expect before earnings, which is, I guess, August 3rd, August 4th. I need to check earning whispers to be exact. But I don't think you break above 52.5 prior to earnings. So I think you'll be consolidating sideways, just in that same channel you've been in. You could still make money on options. I'll still be covering it, everything like that. But what you expect and what I would expect going forward is to just sit in this channel here until earnings at least. And honestly, I think you're going to stay on the upward side of things until that happens, just because indexes in the market are rebounding so hard right now. But that's not to say that this is not a risky time to be investing into anything. All right, so that was definitely a different take on how I typically do my charting, give you my short term and the longer term aspects as far as 2 weeks go. That's going to be what I'm looking forward to. I don't think you're going to see any crazy pushes, any crazy movement, any crazy volatility until earnings. I think earnings are kind of going to be a shorter term catalyst to see the overall growth of what's been going on. And I understand this is not a fundamental stock play. That is not what this is. I completely get it. I understand it. Fundamentals, throw them out the back window. It is what it is. But I will say that I think that that could be what really starts the uptick. If you look at what happened last time, that's what really cued AMC to start going back in May. So I do like this. I think this looks phenomenal, and I'm really excited about what could be happening over the next 2 weeks. Although I do suspect there to be some immediate upside as well, but just nothing to that crazy breakout level of $60, $70. That's just my personal opinion. If you want to get live updates on me trading, my trolling, and then anything as far as charts and what I'm getting in and out of, always subscribe to the Twitter. The link is down below. I've been on there a lot more than usual lately, and so that's where I've been posting out a lot of the free content and as much content as I can provide. Also, Discord link down below if there's any spots left. But that's gonna wrap up the video. Like, subscribe, do what you gotta do. We'll be back tomorrow. Namaste.
Don't got enough to go cop it. I'm about to take off like a rocket. Houston, we might